The top news headlines. Speaker's Tribunal gives Yamthong Haokip, RK Imo, and Tas Khan 4 weeks to respond to petition for disqualification against them. MPYC and SUI tried to storm Raj Bhavan gate on UPSPA issue, failed to get appointment to meet governor. And 10, 11th IRB rifleman candidates warned of boycotting BJP if result not declared before election code of conduct is announced. A very good evening. You're watching the Mami TV English News in Focus with me, CHENGLEINGANBI KHAIDEM. I'll present to you about the hot news for today. The Speaker's Tribunal of Manipur Legislative Assembly has asked Congress MLA Yamthong Haokip, an ATH MLA RK Imo, and independent MLA Y Antas Khan to file their written replies to the disqualification petitions filed by Soibam Jitan and MD Azim Hussain. The hearing for disqualification case of the 3 MLAs who recently joined BJP was held yesterday. During yesterday's hearing by the Speaker's Tribunal, the 3 respondents were notified to file a response by January 8, 2022. However, the respondents through their counsel prayed for granting 6 weeks time to file their responses, but the Speaker instructed them to file the same by January 8. Notably, Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC filed a petition to the Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly to disqualify both MLA Yamthong Haokip and MLA RK Imo under 10 Schedule and Article 199 of Indian Constitution on November 22. Members of Manipur Pradesh Youth Congress MPYC and National Students Union of India and SUI Manipur State Unit tried to storm Raj Bhavan in a bid to submit a memorandum to the Governor of Manipur demanding repeal of Armed Forces Special Power Act UPSPA 1958 from Manipur. Personnel of the State Police stopped the members of MPYC and NSUI Manipur State Unit as they headed towards Raj Bhavan to submit the memorandum. Later, representatives of MPYC were allowed to enter Raj Bhavan to book an appointment to meet the governor. However, they could not meet the governor as they failed to get an immediate appointment. Speaking to media persons on the sidelines, working president of MPYC S. Johnny Maitei termed it unfortunate that the draconian act has been imposed in the state for a long period of time. Not only Jivan Reddy Committee had made recommendations to repeal the act, but many other commissions had also recommended the same, he mentioned. Demanding the government to remove the black law from the state at the earliest, Johnny warned of launching various forms of agitations and mass movements if the government failed to act in the interests of the people.
Northeast ki oina leijariba people sing haibatai mahorol de leijariba Northeast indigenous people sing da hena khudong chahanda ba pokpa adugumba ek ama oibanina haiba ek ase ngasi leiriba BJP sarkar both central and state government na masi initiative lawbiraga masi hairiba ek ase repeal tawbiyu immediately repeal tawbiyu haiba appeal se akhoi youth congress amadi NSY dagi apunba kholaw ama oina akhoi laujaba lakjabani aduga hairiba ek ase yam strong oina akhoi ngasisu hairiba ek se karigumba lawthok masi lawthok pajina praja khwai punamaki akhoi khwai punamaki afabu oigani amadi democracy ki constitutional democratic constitutional keno ochi akhoi masi democratic system da haiba tare hairiba democracy system ja amuki hen masak phajan mangamgani hairiba ek ase lawthok pachina.
JAC for 10th IRB and 11th IRB rifleman recruitment has warned of boycotting the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP if the interview results for 10th and 11th IRB rifleman recruitment to Education's Department PHED, MSPDCL and Veterinary Department are not declared before the Election Code of Conduct comes into force in the state. The JAC in a press release stated that the BJP-led government has victimized and demoralized the youths who applied for the jobs. Amid the crisis of unemployment, the youths are angered by the delay in declaring the interview results by the government, it said. The JAC also cautioned to boycott BJP if the results are not declared before the election code of conduct comes into force and warned of not casting their vote for BJP. It is high time government was taught a lesson, he added. Former Minister T. Mangi Babu had urged the BJP, which had voices against Armed Forces Special Power Act UPSPA and insisted on repealing the act during the previous Congress government, to take up steps to repeal the act at least from some region of the state during its rule. The former minister was speaking on the sidelines of the flagging off ceremony of a motorcycle rally jointly organized by Thongju Block Congress Committee and Manipur Pradesh Youth Congress Committee today. The motor rally, which flagged off from Akampat Wangbre Lampak in Thongju Assembly constituency, covered different parts of the whole constituency. Speaking further, Mangi Babu stated that the rally was organized to raise awareness on the lies of BJP-led government at the center and in state among the people. He alleged that the BJP-led government has been violating democracy, socialism, secularism and the Constitution of India, thereby violating the rights of the working class citizens and upholding only the capitalists. He also urged the people to stop supporting the BJP government, which he alleged has been trying to build a society of only the capitalists. Mang Babu maintained that the society will be doomed if people keep believing the lies of the BJP.
Manipur की capital city इम्फाल की सिदलेब segment तरह तक की कोई लोग को हो गए अब सुमाइना BJP government नजू अमुक तक खरा तो जो लोग भी होगा अखोई की दी अब सवाल लोग को जब पामी अदुबु तंजाना याद बन तुमनी याद रख जो नम दन कोई segment तरह फाउदी कोई लोग तो अमी अदुना हज़े BJP जो नान तक कनो तक होना कांग्रेस न government पारपति के होना BJP न मची लोग तो कुछ नहीं है दना लाउड न लापनी अदुंगा सी सही मंगा सुरकदो रिसबाउ तो मोय कदो भी लोथोक तके बा लोइना लोथोक ngam दसु पार्ट खरदि लोथोक पियो येंगसी बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट सु अफपासबु लोथोक निंबा पांबा गवर्नमेंट नि हाइबसे मसि मिया मांग दो उत्पियो बा.
Speaking on the occasion, Congress intending candidate of Thongju Assembly constituency, Sanglakpam Presojit said, the prices of essential goods have been skyrocketing under the BJP-led government against its claim to bring the opposite before formations of the government. He also expressed desire for the elected representative of the people to work in the interest of the people. Congress intending candidate of Nauria Pakhanglakpa constituency, Dr. S. Manauton, has stated that he will give his priority to protecting the youths from drug abuse in order to build a better society for the future generation. He was speaking at a public rally held at Mekola Public Ground, attended by a large number of people of the constituency today. Speaking at the event, jointly organized by youths of Mekola, Kodompokpi and Lairenjam, Manauton further said the pace of development in the constituency has been hindered as many youths started using intoxicants. He said that a platform has been created for the youths under the leadership to address the unemployment problem in the constituency. He expressed confidence that financial and social status of the youths will be surely uplifted under the initiative in the near future. Manauton further stated that he has made a pact with the youths of the constituency to bring about developmental changes in every sector in the constituency if he wins the upcoming State General Assembly elections. He sought the support of the people to be able to translate the same into action.
Nauriagi ising thang na phangdiba Nauria da mai mara kaina phangdiba Nauriagi lokphom kya mangdiba madugi tongamba agricultural policy ma sem de yaraktaba Nauriagi nupi kya nu wariba Nauriagi senbilon phatiba punumakcha masidagi kannana buidamta koi naharon lising amagi task force semaga maduna lakadoriba taraga nithoi suba Manipur Vidhan Sabha gi maikei rom dem yeng thamaga narol sing asina pamjaba platform amagi candidate khalappada Indian National Congress ki Dr. S. Manauton Singh da madugi tanja du pibidana madugi matam du pibidana naharol sing na makhoina pam pandam mayam do thungan biu.
The Shanghai Express, in collaboration with Indian Dental Association Manipur State Branch, organized a one-day free mega dental health camp at Thauda Bhabok Laikai today. The medical camp was organized in connections with 21 Manipur State Dental Conference. Speaking on the occasion, Sapam Nisikan said the medical camp would not have been possible without the support of IDAMSB doctors. Stating that people of the state do not take care of their dental hygiene, he emphasized the need to pay attention to the same for overall physical fitness. AMSB Dr. T. Nabachandra said this medical camp is unlike any medical camp he had attended so far. The camp focused on oral hygiene. However, surgical procedures were not conducted due to the COVID-19 infection.
Yeah, the automatic maluoy, see a personal hygiene that automatic maluoy, see ya put the job, everything through setting a chance of Adoni. I don't see I can only thank the Indian Dentist Association.
Altogether, 573 people took part in the medical camp, which was carried out by 44 doctors and 5 support staff. Minor restoration was carried for around 200 people and free medications were also distributed during the camp.
Dental awareness is a pinning behind that. But the dental awareness is a wall, public things. And a awareness is Piragati. Kamai to dental hygiene, maintain the dental treatment, Kamai Logani, Garamatamda, which check up Tony Hybrid Simba. So minus check up Toto Salabati, dental diseases, Mayam Singsi, Iran and Gafo company, Matuki, Wakalon, the Kona, KMT, Yaringi Tono, Panamani, Atubu, Obina Maramoidana, among the Yam, Tosagitre, Obina Sum, Haraga, the KMT Matamatan Tosig and a country.
The National Theatre Festival 2021 kicked off at Anti-Theatre Manipur near Beauty District International Airport today. The festival, which is organized under the supervision of the Ministry of Culture, Northeastern Council Shillong, EZCC Kolkata and NEZCC Dimapur, will be held till December 25th. Anti-Theatre Manipur's Yaripok Thambal new musical play directed by Ningthauzam Deepak, Umbilical Theatre's Paradise 302, directed by Osis Sawajam, Manipur Dramatic Union Sana Gilerang, directed by Tonjam Priyoberta, and Khoripaba Artists Association Nambol's Postmaster, directed by Ranbir Khoisna, will be showcased during the 7-day festival. Plays directed by theatre directors from Assam, West Bengal and Odisha will also be showcased during the festival. Manipur Tribal Forum Delhi staged a sit-in protest yesterday at Jantar Mantar in Delhi, endorsing its support to Autonomous District Council ADC Bill 2021. Tribal scholars, intellectuals, MP for Outer Manipur Parliamentary Constituency, legal experts, members of Kuki student organizations, All Naga Students Association and other like-minded organizations took part in the protest. Spokesperson of MTFD Timothy Chongtu said the ADC Bill 2021 will safeguard the rights of tribal people and it will not create any problems for the government. India reported 7,081 new COVID-19 cases with 264 deaths in the last 24 hours, which is 0.9% lower than Saturday. According to data shared by Union Health Ministry on Sunday, the fresh COVID-19 cases brought the country's cumulative caseload to 3.47 crore. A total of 7,469 patients recovered in the last 24 hours that took the total recoveries to 3.41 crore across the country. The recovery rate now stood at 98.38%. Meanwhile, India's active caseload stood at 83,913 with a decline by 652 and the total reported death count increased to 4.77 lakh. So far, a total of 76.54 lakh vaccine doses were administered in the last 24 hours, which brought the total tally of doses administered to 137.46 crore. On the other hand, India's Omicron COVID count rose to 145 today after a 45-year-old NRI and a teenage boy who recently arrived in Gujarat from the United Kingdom tested positive for the variant. According to central and state officials, Omicron cases have been detected in 11 states and union territories. With assembly elections in Goa around the corner, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the coastal state to attend Goa Liberation Day celebrations and launched a slew of development projects today. Prime Minister Modi felicitated freedom fighters and veterans of Operation Vijay at the Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Stadium in Talegaon. He also inaugurated multiple development projects including the renovated Fort Aguada Jail Museum, the gas-insulated substation at Dabolim Navalim, and the Aviation Skill Development Center at Mopa Airport. Later, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today offered floral tributes at Martyrs Memorial on the occasion of Goa Liberation Day. Prime Minister Modi, who reached this afternoon to participate in the celebrations marking 60 years of the coastal state's liberation from Portuguese rule, later witnessed a fly-past and sail parade at Miramar. Goa Liberation Day is observed on December 19 every year to mark the day Indian Armed Forces freed Goa in 1961. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar today pitched for finding ways to help the people in Afghanistan while reaffirming the need for an inclusive government in the country. Speaking at the third India-Central Asia Dialogue, Jaishankar said India shared deep-rooted historical and civilizational ties with Afghanistan, so the concerns and objectives in the country are similar, and through truly inclusive and representative government, the fight against drug trafficking, ensuring unhindered humanitarian assistance and preserving the rights of women, children and minorities, he added. The meeting today comes amidst the rapidly changing global and economic situation. The COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in an enormous setback to global health and economy. It has changed the way people imagined workplaces, societies, supply chains and governance. It also highlighted the inadequacies of multilateral structures to meet new and emerging threats, Jaishankar said. The Nagaland government on Saturday created 3 new districts, bringing the total number of such administrative units in the state to 15. The state cabinet decided on the formation of Seminyu, Newland and Chumukedima districts. Deputy Chief Minister Yantungo Patton told journalists on the sidelines of a program. While the Seminyu subdivision in Kohima district has been upgraded to a district, Newland and Chumukedima had been carved out Dimapur district. Though there were demands from at least 11 tribes for the creation of new district, the cabinet could consider only 3 of them, as some districts are inhabited by only 1 tribe and those cannot be divided, the Deputy Chief Minister said. When asked to elaborate the reason for forming 2 districts under Gaspani I Assembly constituency in Dimapur district, Patton said Chumukedima has been created as an urban-rural district while Newland is in the border area and there was a need to have a district. Now let's recap the headlines once again. Speaker's Tribunal gives Yamthong Haukip, RK Imo and Tas Khan 4 weeks to respond to petition for disqualifications against them. MPYC and SUI tried to storm Raj Bhavan gate on UPSPA issue, failed to get appointment to meet governor. And 10 11th IRB rifleman candidates warned of boycotting BJP if result not declared before election code of conduct is announced. That's all of the news for today. Keep watching Mami TV News for more updates.